On 10 November, 239 years ago, the Continental Congress put out the first call for volunteers to serve afloat or ashore in the service of our fledgling nation. From Alexandria to Tripoli, across hundreds of miles of Syrian desert, Lieutenant Cressida Manning led a small detail of 7 Marines and several hundred Arab irregulars against impossible odds. O'Bannon's Marines overcame those odds, dashed through the streets of Derna, and seized the harbor fort with such speed that the stunned defenders left their cannons loaded and primed, but on fire. On that day, April 27, 1805, the Star of the Stripes were raised in victory for the first time in the Eastern Hemisphere. The Marines had felt the threat of watery fire and extended their reputation to the shores of Tripoli. The War of 1812 started badly for the United States, but as the British advanced to the new capital city of Washington, Marines and sailors stood firm in the Battle of Bladensburg. The Leathernecks broke the backs of the British 4th and 85th regiments. The Marines faced a new challenge, the Mexican War. The battalion of Marines stormed the port of Veracruz and fought under General Quitman during these on their respective sides and earned battle honors in every naval engagement of the war. On the high seas and in port, during raids and river blockades, Marines established their legacy of serving aboard vessels and defending naval installations. The years after the Civil War are known to military historians as the quiet years. However, as Marines stood on the doorstep of a new century, the United States was the war to end all wars had raged for 4 years when America entered the fray. The Marines were the first to fight. During World War I, the Marines fought in places steeped in blood and human misery. Then, on a Sunday morning in December 1941, the peace was suddenly broken. The Marine Corps responded by rapidly increasing its strength from 20,000 to more than 500,000. Warriors of the Corps performed magnificently throughout the Pacific, from the doomed to the valiant events of Wake Island to the jungle-held Guadalcanal. A new era for the Marine Corps began during World War II with the introduction of women Marines. These women became an integral part of the Marine Corps and adopted the motto, "Free a man to fight." Because of them, 20,000 men were made on Sunday in 1950, 5 years after World War II, the North Korean Army invaded South Korea. They quickly broke through the ill-prepared southern defenses, raced south, and forced the American military to series of dedicated service to our country. We must pause and reflect on the other partner of this great team. For without the Navy, our Corps could not be successful. Listen to their roll call. The sturdy sailors of the Gator Navy put us ashore in the teeth of enemy fire. The skilled men of the carriers, destroyers, and other warships cover us on shore, this time in the mountains, jungles, and rice paddies of South Vietnam. Despite public opposition to the conflict and civilian enmity towards the protection of arms during this period, the Marines distinguished themselves with the same spirit and valor of those Marines who served before Nada, Beirut, Panama, and Southwest Asia. Whether streaming across the sands of Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, evacuating Americans threatened overseas, or providing humanitarian assistance here is perfecting the idea of air support to our comrades on the ground. We flew ground support missions in World War I and during the Banana Wars. During World War II, we saw from Japanese held beaches and conducted operations from Navy aircraft carriers. In Korea, we fought MiGs over the Ulu River and continued to refine the tactics for close air support to Marines on the ground. In Vietnam, our air ground team more than met its challenge. Today, we stand ready to serve Marines in the air, supporting Marines on the ground. 2014, the modern day Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is today's Marine Corps. These Marines represent the men, women, officers, and enlisted Marines of the sea, ground, and air. They remain among the highly motivated, superbly trained, and best equipped fighting forces in the world. These Marines stand ready to meet any challenge anywhere across the globe. Our Marines fulfill one of the most demanding responsibilities of American citizenship, bearing arms in the service of their country, both at home and abroad. They carry out these responsibilities with the same valor and tenacity as the Marines of the past, whose legacy we're celebrating today. Theirs is a record of achievement, of dedication, of professionalism, and an honor for our individual Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, our Corps' history. Please join me in a round of applause.